I'm Jen.
And I'm Joe.
And we're Jen and Joe
On the go.
So Joe always has to get into Zen mode before we record, and he does like a breathing exercise and he closes his eyes, and it always just makes me chuckle.
I need to let all of the tension that builds up in my psyche out, release it so that when I am actually
like the Kraken?
No, you don't release the Kraken. No one wants to see my Kraken. No, release the tension so that way when I get into the recording part of the day, I am relaxed and I am witty and fun and entertaining. Because no one wants to see crabby, cranky Joe.
That is true.
Who releases the Kraken. No. Anyway.
This
helps too.
If you're watching, today is Sunday, and we are going to talk to you about our trip report because we leave this week for Florida.
I'm happy, can you tell?
I'm so happy.
See, I'm happy because I was able to just relax and find my Zen moment before we started recording. See? It works. Okay, anyway.
And we're both so excited to tell you guys what we are doing.
I am excited to be away from here. I need a break from work. Overall, the winter hasn't been bad.
No, it really hasn't.
We were just down there not too long ago, but it wasn't super warm when we were down there at the end of January. So the temps are definitely going to be higher. It'll be a bit warmer. And we're going to St. Pete.
It's going to be a lot warmer.
Yeah. And we're going to St. Pete too. So, yeah.
That being said, we scheduled what we always say we won't schedule, and we booked the very first flight out of Midway Airport in Chicago, and our flight actually leaves Thursday at 5:45 a.m. Which means I'm gonna have to get up at.
Don't even go to bed. Don't even bother. Just stay up all night. What difference does it make? Yeah.
Because then I can just park my butt in the lounge chair and we can sleep by the pool all day, to be honest, because we're flying into Tampa.
Yeah, and that's going to be fine because, getting in early, we have all day to spend with, my family, and it'll be cool. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. We haven't been back to St. Pete in a little bit.
I think June of last year was the last time
we were in St. Pete.
And
that was a quick trip too.
Yeah, we were there a few days. Few days.
I know we did dinner with my sister. We did hibachi for her birthday.
Yeah, we were there for a few days.
Yeah.
But still, it's
always nice to be back in St. Pete because it feels like home.
Absolutely.
So we're flying into Tampa. Flight leaves at 5:45 a.m., which just always gives me anxiety because I hate leaving that early in the morning. But the plus side is that as long as everything is on time and flows, we get there really early.
But the good thing is that coming back, it's a late flight, so...
But I'm going to predict right now that flight is going to get delayed because the day we fly back, they're expecting a couple inches of snow here in Chicago. So I'm going to predict that flight is going to get delayed.
Wait, how do you have your weather that
because
far
my
out?
weather app goes 14 days.
Well, that's 2 weeks. There's no way they can predict 2 weeks.
I'm just saying.
They can't predict
Plus
one day to the next.
Plus the last flight out, one of the evening flights always get delayed.
Not always.
I'm just saying. I'm just going to predict it so that when we come back and tell you about the trip, you're going to be like, wow, Jen, you're so smart. Your flight home was delayed. You called it.
Okay, well, maybe not. We'll see.
Oh, darn, maybe we'd have to spend one more day in St. Pete.
I can't. I have to work the next day.
Well, can if your flight's canceled.
Well, yeah, you say that.
Just
and then when I lose my job, there are no more trips to Florida. Unless we just move down there and live on the beach.
No, I'm not living in Florida right now.
We could live on the beach.
No.
Why not?
I don't really like sand.
What do you mean you don't like sand?
I like sand, but it just gets everywhere.
But that's because it's sand. It's okay.
It's better than snow, though.
Yeah, exactly. See? You just got to count your blessings. Look at the bright side. Always look on the bright side.
Anyway, so we're going to spend the night in St. Pete with Joe's family. But then Friday, we are going to do something we haven't done in about 12 years.
And it is something that we said we were going to do because of certain things that another company has been doing recently over the past, 6 months or so, at least. Longer than that. We're going to do something that is not Disney.
We're going to Universal. We are staying at the Royal Pacific Resort, which we've never stayed on property.
No.
So that
I don't
in
even
itself
know.
is exciting.
Were the hotels even there the last time we were at Universal? When did these hotels open?
I have no idea.
We know nothing about Universal.
We don't. So you're gonna definitely want to watch those videos because we will be just
train wreck.
Yeah, we have no idea where we're going. We have no idea what we're doing. I do know that Islands of Adventure, because we are staying at a Universal Resort, we get to go in an hour earlier before the general crowd.
An hour.
An hour.
Not a half hour?
No,
not 30 minutes, a full hour.
A full hour. So anyway, we're staying at Royal Pacific for 2 nights. We are meeting the besties, and we're meeting some of our other friends, Jen and Mark, Fun and Fancy Free Floridians. We're going to watch the Mardi Gras parade with them and most likely grab drinks afterwards.
Yeah. They're actually going to be on the float, chucking those beads out
No, they're
at
doing
people.
that on the 1st.
Oh.
Not when we're there, we're actually going to watch the parade with them.
Oh, gotcha, okay. Yeah, because we're not, that's right. I knew that. They were doing it on a different night. Yeah, sorry. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to say, in my defense, how many times have you changed this trip? And wait.
Yeah.
When was the last time you changed this trip?
I haven't changed anything with Universal.
You just told me yesterday about lunch.
Dinner.
Dinner, whatever.
Okay, so anyway, Joe and I have not been to Universal
cannot keep
Islands of Adventure in 12 years. And it's changed a lot. There was no Harry Potter land. They were just like building the castle. I just remember that was it was the
castle.
No, I know, but it wasn't finished. It was
under construction?
Well, yeah, it was under construction, but it was just the not the outline.
Castle?
Why can't I think of the word?
I don't know. What are you trying to say?
It was just, it was up, but it wasn't finished.
Okay, yeah, it was under construction.
That's not what I was thinking of, but anyway, so I'm really excited.
That's okay, dear. It's okay.
It's called getting old. Just stumble on your words.
Whatever.
So we're staying at Royal
and then
Pacific.
You stumble on your feet, and then you stumble up and down the stairs, and you break your hip.
Joe, that's so negative.
I'm not just getting old. Just don't fall.
I'm not planning on it.
Hopefully not.
And because we're staying at Royal Pacific, which is considered a deluxe resort, we get Express Pass.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about that meme that I saw where it had 1979 versus now.
Oh, that was funny.
It was very funny. Where like 1979 it was the Rolling Stones and now it's kidney stones, things like that. It's just basically it was for old people. But it just, I was
like
thinking,
us.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. It made me chuckle. Okay, anyway, so
we get Express Pass, which means we get to go to the front of the line on all the rides, not just 3 rides, all the rides.
And
except I think Velocicoaster and Hagrid's.
And is that pass included with the hotel stay?
Yes.
So if you stay,
you have to pay for your ticket, but Express Pass.
So if you stay at a Universal Resort, you get the Express Pass
only
included.
A deluxe resort. A deluxe.
Okay, still. You're staying at a resort and you get an Express Pass
but you
included.
Can buy it if you stay at the other
Universal but if you're staying at that deluxe resort, you get it included.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to say for free because they probably built that price into the stay at the resort, but on the surface, it seems like it's free and included.
So what that means is, from what I understand, and you guys can correct us if we're wrong because we're total newbies at this, but we can go on each ride per day of our Express Pass into the front of the line I think we can go on as many times
as you want. The only one that it doesn't include is Hagrid's and Velocicoaster.
Which I won't ride Velocicoaster anyway, or Hulk, or Rip Ride Rocket.
No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. I did that before. Why? No, I'm not doing that. That hurt my neck. It hurt other things too. So I did not like that ride at all.
And I think we have a like a lake view or a stream view or a water view from our room, but we're going to do a room tour. We'll show you all that.
Yeah,
we'll do a resort tour.
Yeah, of course we'll do all that.
Because if you guys aren't familiar with it, we're definitely not familiar with it. So it's going to be a first for us. So be patient with us as we kind of bumble
our way around. Bumble what?
Bumble buck.
Yeah.
Bumble buck our way around.
Yeah. So I'm just looking forward to just something new. It's going to be something different. It's still Orlando, fine, whatever. And I know it's going to be crowded, whatever.
Because Mardi Gras is going on. I'm so excited
yeah.
for that too.
But I think it's going to be fun. It'll just, and it was Steve and Ariane and everyone else. We're seeing Jen and Mark and my family in St. Pete. I think overall it's going to be a lot of fun and it's going to be cool. And carve out some time to see Timmy. I don't know. It depends on his work schedule.
I think he's going to try to meet us Friday for an hour or two at Universal, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
it's all up in the air with his schedule.
Yeah, once he gets his work schedule. But overall, we're going to spend a few days there at Universal.
So we're doing 2 nights and 3 days, and we have dining reservations at Cowfish, Toothsome, Finnegan's.
That's the Irish pub.
Yes, and Mythos. And Mythos was just voted the #1 restaurant in theme parks everywhere. I think not just in the state of Florida, but I think in the whole country. But we'll find that out for you too, because we could be totally wrong with that too. I'm really excited to eat at all 4 of those. We did have Antojitos booked, but had to drop it because Joe and I, we decided to do Finnegan's instead, and we wanted to keep a meal open so we could try some of the food booths that are open for Mardi Gras, because there's so many good things like the jambalaya and the gumbo and all the alcoholic beverages, and we've never had king cake. So, I mean, there's just so much I want to try that Joe and I are going to share, so hopefully we can get through a couple of the different booths.
Yeah.
Really excited.
Yeah. And from what we've seen with some of the videos we've watched, it's better to try to hit those booths earlier in the day.
Yes, and not at night.
Because when you get into the evening and more people come for the parades and everything else, those lines at the booths get much longer.
Yes.
So just kind of keep that in mind for doing what we're doing.
I can't wait to ride. Like, I remember E.T. and I remember Men in Black and I remember Spider-Man.
Definitely Spider-Man and E.T. Men in Black, I vaguely remember that.
I know it spins and you shoot things like in Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
But sometimes you spin.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a fan of, but I don't think it spins so much that I would get sick, because I've done it before and
King
I felt
Kong,
fine.
we haven't
can't
done,
wait to do King Kong.
because that's new compared to what it used to be like.
I'm sad the Mummy will be closed.
Yeah, Mummy's closed. But then whatever else, there's Minions that are supposed to be cute.
We've never done that.
Yeah, I don't know what that's
like all the Dr. Seuss stuff. I know a lot of people could leave it, but I think it's cute.
Yeah, it was cute from what I remember.
I mean,
the last time we went, Jen has pictures. You have pictures all over the house.
I do.
And the ones in the kitchen are a couple with the girls when they were really young
Grinch.
From Universal.
And Dora.
Yeah.
Dora
well,
the
one in
Explorer.
particular, I'm thinking about the Grinch.
Yeah.
Especially when he had Ashley's hair.
Yeah.
And that's how long ago it was. I mean, they were really young.
I know. They were like 5.
Well, that was the first time we went, but then we went.
The second time we went with just Matt and Timmy.
Yeah, I think that was it. That was the first time.
And your brother and my sister?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was the last time that we went.
Yeah.
But prior to that. But anyway, so we're definitely looking forward to all that we have to do there. And then we end up going back to St. Pete to wrap things up on our final day.
Well, we didn't talk about Disney.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to Disney. Oh, yeah, sorry. I got ahead of that. We are still going to Disney.
So anyway, the whole reason this trip came about is because we talked to our besties and we wanted to do Universal, but we hadn't been there in so long that we wanted the besties to kind of take us around and show us the ropes. Plus, it's their anniversary and Joe's birthday, so that's kind of how this whole trip came to be.
Right.
That's what it was like based on.
Yeah.
So we are doing 2 days in Disney, and we're staying at Port Orleans Riverside
That's
with a garden view in a we are staying in a royal princess room, which we've done twice before at Riverside, and we've also stayed in a regular room at Riverside. And I just think the princess rooms are so fun.
Well,
and they're just so centrally located.
When we did the princess rooms before, we had young girls with us.
We did.
Whether it was our girls or Gia.
That's true.
They were like, oh, look at this princess room. Well, look, yeah, it's so cute. And with us, it's like, okay.
Oh, I'm excited.
It's
I
fun,
just think they're like, I honestly think they are the most magical rooms in Disney.
You think?
I do. I just think they're so perfectly themed for all those kids and adults who love princesses, and the headboards have the fireworks.
True,
and
yeah.
You just feel like the curtains are just golden and beautiful and flowy, and you feel like you're a princess in the princess room, or a prince.
Based on French Quarter, because the resorts were closed for so long, French Quarter, they did a good job with keeping it up. And when we stayed there recently,
they did.
It was fine. It looked great, like it wasn't closed for a year and a half at all. So I'll assume that Riverside is the same. So I'm guessing that it'll look really good.
So seriously, the Disney part is going to be a quick trip too. It's just to get a little bit of that Disney fix in because we have our annual passes and we got a great room rate.
And then also, what are we doing there?
Well, Flower and Garden is starting very soon, so we will be there for Flower and Garden. And our first night, we are going to go to Epcot because we are going to see Rick Springfield in concert.
I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Do.
And not only are we going to see him, but we did the dining package at Rose and Crown. So we get to be let in before the whole crowd that gathers on the right of the stage in the America Pavilion. I'm so excited. I did see Rick Springfield once before when I was in junior high.
Yeah. How long ago was that, dear?
And I actually just took pictures. I have Rick Springfield's Greatest Hits CD, and I just took a picture of the front and back of it and sent it to Ariane because I'm so excited. He's probably going to sing Jesse's Girl and Love Is All Right Tonight. Oh, I love that song. Oh, and I have his book too. I forgot about that.
In case
His
anyone's
biography.
wondering.
Yeah, I am a big fan. I was going to actually get t-shirts, but they were really expensive on Etsy. I can't pay $40 for a t-shirt. I was going to surprise Ariane and
Disney.
I know, but for a Rick Springfield t-shirt, I mean, I don't know. I couldn't fork out that
Disney
money.
stuff. Okay, well anyway, well whatever.
But I'm just so excited, and the Frusci's back because they literally just released the menus for Flower and Garden yesterday. So the Frusci is back.
Cool.
Steve Skimp is back.
Cool.
La Vian Rose is back.
Cool. So I don't have to make it at home.
And we've actually made that at home. And if Joe has the time and he can link the video, we'll put that in the description below.
Yes, I'll do that.
We did. We made it at home, and
Always
it turned
giving me
out
more work.
It turned out very well.
It did. Yeah, it's actually
did.
really good. It's very tasty.
So then the next day we are going to Animal Kingdom, and
Yep.
we have such a packed day. We
Yep.
are actually going to be doing the Caring for Giants tour, which is the elephant tour.
Yep.
Which I don't know how much we can film because it's considered
None of it.
backstage.
None of it.
But we'll at least show you how we check in, and we'll talk to you about it after the tour.
Yeah.
But super excited about that because we did the Rhino tour right before, we did it in May of 2019 with Ariane.
Yeah, was that the...
That was the girls'
trip?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the girls' trip that
trip.
turned into the boys' trip and the family trip.
Yeah,
and,
everybody.
We did
That was
that
in May of 19.
Yeah,
Okay,
and we
got it.
loved it so much
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
that they just brought this tour back like I think a month ago or so.
So, who is the rhino that recently gave birth? Did we see her
we
when
did.
she was pregnant?
I think we did.
Yeah, I think she was pregnant when we saw
Yeah.
her. Well, I might be wrong with the dates.
Because
but-
we just saw the baby rhino was
Yeah.
on the tour, was on the safari in
Yeah,
January.
when we were just there. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
with her mommy. But I
Yeah.
think there's been 2 or 3 baby rhinos born, at least 2.
Yeah. But anyway, so we really like the rhino tour, so we're going to do the elephant tour. So they started bringing these tours back, and the Keys of the Kingdom tour is back.
I want to do that. We may book that for May.
Yeah, I was going to say we need to book that for May
Yeah.
because that's one that we wanted to do. We did the Epcot tour, the Destinations tour at Epcot in January of 2020, so
Yeah.
right before the closure. So we did that tour in Epcot and loved it. And at the time, Ariane and Steve had done Keys to the Kingdom, and they really
Yes.
loved it. So
Yes.
yeah, it's something we really want to do, and we were going to book it, but then, we
And
couldn't.
I just think Disney really does their tours very well.
That one was good, even though that day was cold, the
very
Destinations
cold.
one. But she gave a lot of information, and that was part of the reason why we're just not happy with Harmonious because of the Ursula and everything else, because of the history and what she explained, and because we were just, I guess,
Because they paid the Imagineers paid so much attention
Yeah.
to the landscaping and
sight lines
the
in
sight
detail
lines
and-
of
yeah.
World Showcase, and it's just don't
it
get
just
us
seems
started.
like, yeah, I know, it just seems like, yeah, whatever, we're just going to put this thing in the middle of the lagoon. I don't know. Okay,
So not only are
What?
we doing the Caring for Giants tour, but that same day we are also doing the Savor the Savannah tour. It just worked out.
Yeah.
This is a tour that I've wanted to do for years and years since it was first announced, and this just seemed like the perfect time to do it. I know that one we can film because our friends were just on it and they filmed quite a bit, so we will be able to take you along on some of that. I don't know how much we'll film because we are there with our friends, but we will try to at least show the key points of it.
From what we've seen so far is that there's a safari, but it's on a different track, in a different
vehicle.
In a different vehicle than the regular. So you have a different path that you're going on, and then you stop.
And they spend more time on the actual safari, and you can ask questions and then you stop kind of by where the flamingos and the lions are in that general area. There's a spot where you stop and you have some drinks and appetizers, and it just looks so amazing. I cannot wait to do it.
So we're looking forward to that. So that's a pretty packed couple of days at Disney.
I know.
I can't believe I was skipping right over that.
I know. Seriously. So we have dining reservations in Disney at, all right, let me think. Rose and Crown, Olivia's for breakfast, kind of brunch. We've got Savor the Savannah, which will be kind of a dinner, but I think we're going to do something else there that evening, but haven't booked it yet. We are doing Grand Floridian Cafe breakfast. And I think that's all the Disney dining reservations we have.
Okay.
And then we wake up on Joe's birthday on Tuesday the 8th. We have breakfast, and then we drive back to St. Pete to spend the day with Joe's family for his birthday, and we have a late flight out.
Yep. And there you go.
So it's going to be jam-packed busy, and we're probably going to need a vacation from our vacation. But I'm really excited about this. Anytime we get to spend time with our family and friends,
I agree.
It makes the vacation that much more special.
It's not even, you call it vacation anymore. It's just, going to the home away from home.
Yeah.
It's just a couple days off, and we're just kind of hanging out doing stuff. Vacation is like, we're going to be away for 2 weeks. The people that are coming from Europe, they're on vacation.
Yeah.
Us, we're going for a few days. It's just a long weekend kind of thing. But
now,
still, it's fun.
That being said, we have one more trip booked this year to Disney. I don't know what the rest of the year is going to look like. But in May, we are
I know what it's going to look like. It's going to look like this.
Oh,
Way, it's okay. Okay, here you go. Take your baby.
Poor Riley. She's not going to cry. She's going to be perfect.
She's going to be perfect only when I'm holding her.
She'll be perfect all the time.
Okay.
So anyway, we are going back in May, and we're spending a couple days in St. Pete and then quite a bit of time in Disney.
A few days. More than a couple days in St. Pete.
I mean,
it's a few days.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a longer one, so that could qualify as a vacation.
And we do have park passes booked for almost every day that we are in Disney in May, except with one day, because I wanted a day where we didn't have any park reservations.
But even so, we're AP, because we have the AP, we can go in and out.
Yeah.
It doesn't,
But that is going to be a more relaxed trip. That we plan on spending a lot of time at the pool, a lot of time sleeping in, because we will be starting most likely this construction project on the basement. We just have one more avenue to check out. We're looking at possibly doing a down payment for a townhouse for Matt and Carrie. Joe has looked at them. I have not, and they have not. I don't know timeline if that will work, but that is something we're just looking at just to look at.
Yeah.
Just so we've explored all of our options.
Yeah.
We did push off the ceiling repair in the mudroom till March because tomorrow just ended up it was supposed to be being done tomorrow, and things are just too busy. We just couldn't fit it in, so we had to reschedule that. But I think that's everything that we needed to talk about.
The other thing, just in regards to Disney news, is that they've announced that Guardians of the Galaxy is opening Memorial Day weekend.
And I'm hoping that they are going to do pass holder previews while we are there in May, because the timing may work out, because our Disney trip, I think, is May 16th through the 24th, which is right before Memorial Day weekend, because Memorial Day weekend's on the 30th. So they usually do pass holder previews for a couple weeks and CM previews. So
we'll see.
I'm kind of scared to ride it from what I've seen of it, but
well, here's the thing.
I know you'll like it.
Here's the thing. You don't know anything about it, so you just go in, and don't worry. It's not going to kill you. Well, I guess technically it could. Any of these rides could technically kill you.
Oh,
I mean,
die.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
Yikes.
I mean, odds are you're not going to get killed on the ride. But even something like It's a Small World could possibly, if like you fell into the water and drowned.
First of all, that's like a foot and a half of water.
You can
and
still.
Second of all, or like the doll's gonna push me down.
You never know. These dolls might be possessed. They might be jumping
Sadistic.
out. They might jump down from their little swing up in the sky and come and like choke you and knock you into the water. And they'll all jump on you and hold you down, and then you drown in a foot and a half of water.
Huh, I guess that could happen.
It could happen. Did anyone ever see Trilogy of Terror? So now, if you're young watching us, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you're old like us, you'll know what we're talking about, possibly anyway. Actress Karen Black, Trilogy of Terror. And in Trilogy...
Don't you have the doll?
Well, sort of. In Trilogy of Terror, there were 3 stories. And the third of the 3 involves this woman who comes home and someone sent her this doll. It was a gift. And the doll had this little chain around its waist or whatever. And once this chain fell off, it accidentally fell off, this doll came to life and was trying to stab her and kill her. I just running, chasing her around the house.
She couldn't pick up this doll and just smash it?
She tried. You didn't see the movie. This doll was crazy. It was sadistic. It had a knife and it was ee. It was crazy. So then, my sister in Florida, hold on.
Joe's aunt and uncle do estate sales, so she ran across it at one of the estate sales and gave it to us. So Joe could put it on his shelf.
So she finds this, and she's like, oh my God. We used to call it the Hanga Hanga movie because we were kids. It was like 1974, and we were like scared to death of this movie.
You were like 6 and 5 years old. Your parents let you watch a horror movie like that?
It was the 70s. We watched everything. No one cared back then. Like, go out and play. Come back when it's dark. Even then. Whatever.
I watched Carrie and
Yeah, Carrie scared me too.
what was the one? Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Those were my first like scary movies.
Carrie and The Shining scared me.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
see
yeah.
The Shining.
I was older for The
older.
Shining, but still that scared me. I didn't like the commercials for The
So
Shining.
why do we have that in our house?
Because it's not the Hanga Hanga doll. It's a doll. It's like, you know, hey, hoo, ha, ha. I don't know. It's like just one of these. And like a hula dancer. He's not a hula dancer.
It looks
but anyway.
more like from King Kong.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know the native dancers?
Yes,
that are
from
like,
Kong.
Kong.
Kong. But it just reminded, especially where he's got like this stick in his hand, and it reminded us, I guess, of the Karen Black movie Trilogy of Terror.
So anyway, if you guys have
Hanga.
If you guys have hung in this long, I applaud you because this is probably 45 minutes long at this point.
Yeah, but see, if they cut out before this, they would have missed the
all the
Hanga.
fun.
Hanga, hey.
All right, well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope that you will tune in and watch our...
That's why I drink whiskey.
We are going to do live updates. We will post on Insta and Twitter and now on TikTok. So make sure you guys follow along. We'll try to take lots of pictures. I was kind of an epic fail in January. I promise I'll do better this trip. At least I'll try to. But like I said, we don't know our way around Universal and Islands.
So everything you learn in life, you learn from 2 places. Star Trek and Mr. Miyagi. And since you didn't watch Star Trek, Mr. Miyagi, right? What do you need to do in order to get through this getting pictures and trying to figure out where you're going in Universal? You must focus. Focus in on what you must do.
Okay. All right.
Focus. Focus, Daniel-san.
Okay. So anyway, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss any of the next Jen and Joe on the go action because...
You might miss this! Ah!
We're going back to Florida, and we have so much to share with you.
Oh, yeah. Lots.
And you can tell Joe's had a lot of Jameson at this point.
Not enough. Not yet. I'm still
Almost
awake.
snot.
Look, it was a really hard day. It was a really hard day
Well, now
today.
you get to edit videos, so.
The work is never done.
All right, guys. Bye.
All right, we'll talk to you later. I guess I still have work to do.